Morning. So we're taking wire away over this way. So basically this used to be old farmland and now it's not, it's wild, but there's stuff that's been left from in the past, so we're just taking it away, like wires and stuff, because it gets used as snares. Should be fun. It's a bit chilly, isn't it?
A little bit better when you're comfortable with, like for photographers out. Real short things here.
This sort of stuff and barbed wire and loose wires we're rolling up.
Well, I can't roll that.
Well, we're measuring it.
That's very hard to roll.
Measuring it, rolling it up, and putting it on here like this. Yeah, we're doing good.
This did quite a lot here.
Yeah.
Good shift.
Hey, you got it. 0.9. 173 meters and 75 centimeters.
More than I thought.
I was closer. If we roll everything, we might be able to cut a little bit more, but if not, that's a good number. So, yeah, well done. You've basically almost done half the quarter.
I really like these.
Boomba.
Wait till you like look at that close. Blue juice, electrolytes. We've done our conservationing. 4 poles,
Do you know?
wire
Did
everywhere.
they say what the total was?
Well, at half time it was like 470, and then I think now it'll be about 600.
Buzzing.
I don't.
Now the word just sounds wrong. How do you do it? Water. Water.
We just have the whole can now saying water.
Conservation.
We were talking about the feet. Watch the way he walks. Watch the way. Okay, he's gonna stop now.
Bit early, isn't it? So today we're off to dehorn a rhino or 2. Not sure how many it is. So it should be quite interesting. We're actually told last night on a full moon, like poaching activity goes up by like 60%. Because here, like on a full moon, it's so bright outside. It's so light, and they don't need torches to hunt the rhinos, which is quite interesting. So what they have to do is dehorn the rhino, so the poachers essentially have no purpose in the rhino. It's quite a sad practice, but has to be done so they stop getting killed.
I think the next will be.
So we're at the rhino dehorning now, guys. I'm not going to film it for you. I'm not going to put it in the vlog because, if I'm being honest, it's horrific. It's really horrible to watch. But obviously, it's for a reason. Like, the guy just told us that the horn they took off is worth $1 million in China. Obviously, South African currency, but it's insane. Like, if this doesn't happen, people will just kill them and take them. So we're on a boat now. Sorry, it's really rushed. We got back from the dehorning and we literally had to get on the boat straight away. So there's a bit of a jump here. But I will sit down properly and talk to you guys properly about the dehorning. I've got a little bit of film for you. Obviously it's a bit crowded and a bit noisy right now, but probably when we're back at the gaff, we'll go back to that in a minute. We'll do some boat scenery. So we just had a herd of elephants behind me here, drinking from the river.
Really sweet.
Yeah,
Babies and everything.
Babies. And then, well, you want to tell it?
Crocodile just attacked one of the big ones, grabbed its trunk, and this big one he freaked out. But basically, I didn't see that part happen. So downstairs, the boat driver saw it all, and he said crocodile grabbed the trunk, and the elephant pulled back. And as the elephant pulled back, the crocodile started coming out of the water. At that point, the crocodile let go because he was like, "Oh no, I've got a big elephant." Like that was insane.
Honestly, I did get the noise, but it would be the wrong way around for you guys. The trumpeting.
Yeah.
But it was so loud.
Oh my god, it was like a right jump scare. Like it was so loud, and then he like ran away, freaked out. Did you film that bit?
I filmed it, yeah. I filmed him running, yeah.
Well, here we go.
Just didn't see the crocodile.
Here's what that looks like.
Back from the boat, we're going on a drive, and then we'll talk about the dehorning.
Private drive. It's very exciting. I picked the bouncy spot. It's bouncy!
Tough to say just because we have this mountain right here. This time, in like, if we're a little earlier, obviously, like. Yeah, those will be the poles.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, so we get Alistair that does.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to talk to you guys about the dehorning, because I went out this morning with the intention of filming it and showing you, and then when we got there I just felt like I couldn't because it was just really traumatic. But I guess what I actually wanted to start off with was explaining what they do, and well, a little bit why. You guys would probably already know why, but I went in also not knowing really what happens. Yeah, so basically there's a vet, there's a big team. It's tranquilizer?
Sort of.
Quite a tranquilizer.
It's an immobilizer.
Yeah, so they'll go out in a helicopter, they'll obviously look for the rhinos. When they find a rhino, they will shoot a dart and immobilise it. And then that's when the rest of the team comes in and starts the dehorning process. So there'll be people checking their breathing while they do it. They'll pop a blindfold over its eyes. They'll put earplugs in its ears, obviously to try and keep it calmer so it can't hear what's going on. And then once obviously it's fully down and whatever, they will then come in and cut the horn off. And then once the horn is off, they will stand him up, get him on his feet, take off obviously the stuff they've put on it, give it a drug that's like the opposite of the immobilizer, and then we'll clear, and then he's off and he's fine. Like
it's all done within 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a very quick process because the helicopter flies about, locates a rhino, ping the rhino, helicopter's down. There's a ground team as well, so they're just in, bang, 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 bang. Everyone's doing their job, and it's done. It's really quick. It's really efficient. It's really surgical process. You can tell they've like obviously been there, done it before. I found it absolutely harrowing. I can't lie. So I've recorded it for a main channel YouTube video, and if I'm totally honest, I actually don't know how I'm going to edit it because it's just me upset.
Yeah, and I know it's like we can say this, and it's like, of course it's upsetting. You're dehorning a rhino. It's one of them things that, like I said to James earlier, it like burst a bubble for me that I didn't know I was in. Like it's almost like it's just spoiled my view on humanity a little bit, because watching these people doing this thing to a rhino that we have to do because at the end of the day it's this or it gets killed. But this rhino is obviously very clearly distressed. Like they shake in, like, what would you call it, fear? Or like...
No, the immobilizer makes their legs sort of go like this. So the first one we saw was a big bull rhino, right? A big male and a big giant horn on him. And as we sort of like saw the helicopter hovering, we were driving in and I was filming, and this thing's like wobbling and it just goes bang. And then from there on, it's on its side, like legs shaking. It was
Yeah.
horrific.
And like I said, it's necessary, but it's still something we shouldn't have to do to this animal, and it makes me think, yeah, it's like two evils, isn't it? And they're all caused by us.
Yeah, it's a pick your poison sort of thing. Get rid of the horn on this thing in a quick and efficient way, but it's not very nice. Or it gets shot and half of his head comes off. You know what I mean? It's
I've also had I don't know about you, but like a lot of people I've mentioned to that we were going to go do this have been like, that's horrible. Why would you do that? And which is also why I want to explain. It's so important. Like we were told the Sunday just gone, one of these rhinos was poached. So
it was killed.
a few days earlier, one of their rhinos was just killed and left. The horn that we cut off, I think I mentioned this earlier in one of my videos. It's worth $1 million.
$1 million rand, which is about 43,000 English pounds. So the horn I was holding, I asked the guy. Did you? What?
I filmed that so you guys can see.
So the horn I was holding, I asked the guy, and I was like, "What does this get in the Chinese market?" And he said, $1 million rand, which is 43,000 pounds or something like that. I did the conversion. It's a lot of money. Yeah. And rhinos usually have 2 of them, so it's a lot of cash per rhino. But they basically said rhinos are worth more dead than alive, and that's the trouble they're having because they've got all these people trying to kill all these rhinos. So what they're trying to do is get rid of the horns, so there's no reason to kill them. It's given me a newfound appreciation for rhino. Like it's not like I didn't like rhinos or anything, but it's never really been an animal that I've overly cared for. But seeing them in the flesh today, touching one, and seeing the struggles that they have to go through just to survive, it really upset me, and it gave me a newfound appreciation for them, and I think they're lovely.
And the other thing that also I wanted to point out is when they cut off these horns, they can't feel it. So their horn is like our fingernails. It's like cutting your fingernails. So when the guys that we did it with cut them off, they won't feel it when they come round. It's just normal. When poachers cut off their horns, they don't do it that way. They will cut it from their skull. They will get as much of that horn as they can, and they won't care if they leave that rhino bleeding to death. If they shoot it to get it, it's just barbaric. But yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't film it for you guys, but honestly,
it was harrowing.
The second I got there, it just felt wrong to have it on camera. It almost felt like trophy hunting, as in like people taking pictures of it. I just felt it was weird for me. Anyway.
Yeah, it was an animal in distress, and there were people doing this for photos. And I was like, I cannot be a part of this. It is mental. So we didn't do that, but.
When we say people, we mean there was another tour, but
there was another group there,
yeah, that weren't part of the people that do this professionally. So like me and James, there were people that went to go and watch it, but they were, taking photos with the rhino, and it was just strange. Like James said, it was in distress.
There was this one, I've got this one clip, and you'll see it in the video when I put it out. There's this one clip, this rhino's just sat side on, so his back sat down, its front feet are up, it's got a blindfold on, his ears are sticking out, he's got earplugs in, and he's shaking. I'm gonna start crying now, but it was really sad.
The vlog hasn't gone how I thought it would go. Like I say, it was a bit of a shock, but anyway, tomorrow we are leaving for Kruger, which will be exciting because we've heard that Kruger has we're likely to see a lot more animals we haven't seen here, so more likely to see a leopard again, which will be cool. What else? Maybe a honey badger. That's James's dream.
We'll see.
But
it should be good though.
It'll be happier vlog anyway, but I
hope so.
Yeah. This has been a very conservational vlog for you anyway, guys.
Yeah, very sad.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.